Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Goblin King Gaming. I'm Kingfisher Kenobi. Tonight we are playing a very special game, PowerWash Simulator. I unironically love this game. It's probably one of my favorite games from last year. And we're going to help Goblin get a little further into the story or career mode so that he can have some fun tools to play with himself if he ever decides to play this longer term. So let me switch on over to streaming gameplay, undeafen, and my friend should be in the chat.
I am, in fact.
There he is. All right. Let us see. What was I doing? I was pulling up Twitch on my phone. That is what I was doing.
Twitch.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got that. All right. So it looks like it's going well.
So twitch.tv/Goblinarito. Is that what you're pulling up on your phone?
Yes, that is actually what I was pulling up. And if you'd like proof, well, somebody else beat me to a sound alert. But, you know, I will. It is in fact my birthday. Happy birthday to me. There we go.
Drink to that.
I cannot because I am still finishing a course of fucking antibiotics. Which
Those are the worst kind of antibiotics.
But I have cake. I have cake, delicious chocolate and raspberry cake that I will probably be eating some of on stream and try not to talk with my mouth full. Did you push me fully into the corner? You did.
I think I did.
Oh, what? Oh, no. It locks
Do you not have all your
tools you have.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
You have to deal with my plebeian tools.
I mean, yes. That is a problem.
You can't just speed run me through.
I cannot. So for those who are not familiar, this is a great game. I love this game so much. It's exactly what it says on the tin. Just a nice, calming evening of washing. I gotta get used to my new keyboard still.
Oh, you got a new keyboard.
Yeah, I got it a couple weeks back. I don't remember. I thought I had told you, but maybe I disappeared off the face of the earth.
Kind of a little bit. I think lots of RGB was, I think, thrown around.
Yes. It is positively radiant, this keyboard. But I am not used to where the buttons are. So I think I told you I had a meeting today, which is annoying because I had to lead the meeting. And I generally tried not to have a ton of things to do on my birthday if I have to work. Because that just feels fair, you know?
Yeah.
And had the meeting, and the guy who was supposed to be at the meeting that this was for to update just didn't show up to the meeting.
Those are the best kind.
So, yeah, did all that for, not nothing, surely, but...
But nothing.
But, you know.
Practice.
We talked about next week.
Yeah, those are my favorites, where you have a meeting in order to bring someone up to speed, and then that person isn't there, and you're like, okay, well, good meeting, guys.
I'll go fuck myself, I guess.
Yep, I guess I'm not important. All right, great, thank you.
Glad to know
reach loud and clear.
Problems. I get real up in there. All right. Oh, what? You think I
What
didn't
are
do
we
my
missing?
side?
Maybe. You gotta figure out who didn't do their side. That's the question. I figured it was likely you who didn't do his side, but that's why we do a spot check.
It's whoever did the front here didn't clean shit, really.
I'm gonna blame Hazard for that one.
You know, when you're right, you're right. So we might bounce around a night. I know that it says on the stream that we're playing PowerWash Simulator. We have a couple other things that we may or may not get into, depending on how we feel as the evening goes on. Again, talked about maybe doing an Uno stream, but we felt that that would be a bit hostile with just 2 people.
A little too personal with each of those moves.
Yeah. Okay, well, this tire. All right.
100%.
Yep, I'm just waiting on the time lapse
complete.
now.
Oh, it starts the time lapse when we're all in there. Oh.
Oh,
I was wondering.
That's interesting.
I was wondering if it was going to start the time lapse when I was just sitting in there faffing about by myself, jumping all over the silly thing.
I kind of assumed that's what would happen.
I assume you still don't have the time lapse yet?
God, no.
Well, I can wait and let you wait for it, or...
We're about halfway through. I mean, at this point, you might as well let it go, but for the next one, I wouldn't feel too terribly compelled.
And his name is John C.
Back garden. Starting this mode will end the current multiplayer session? Why? I don't understand. Whatever.
Because that's how it works.
That's how multiplayer works. Oh, hey, it ended it, but it brought you anyways.
Yeah, it's just saying that you're not letting me watch the thing.
Oh, okay. It's saying I'm the jerk, I guess. Okay. Got it.
Correct.
So you needed to tell me that. I don't want to be the jerk.
Oh, I did kind of tell you were being a jerk.
Man. Man, where's all these fancy soaps and things you got?
I can only buy clothing and mods. What do I have equipped? Okay, I do have the black, and I have the green camo gloves, yeah. Alright. Well,
I got nice yellow ones, a nice blue outfit. Look, I'm looking great. I'm killing it. Can I buy cleaning liquid right here? Or no?
You might be able to buy upgrades to the power washer.
How do you find those?
You have to go into, you hit escape, you hit your menu button on the left, there should be a shop button.
I got $155. That is not enough for anything.
Okay. I was going to say, it might be enough for, like, one thing.
I could buy the industrial red color.
I would maybe... I mean, it's up to you how to spend your money, but I would recommend getting a better power washer first.
I can buy a different color gloves. Maybe.
He's not listening, chat.
I might buy a different suit.
Yeah, you are the default blue.
Not anymore. Well, maybe.
On my screen, you're the default blue.
Not yet. Hold on. Maybe. Okay, not anymore.
Ooh, red. Look at this guy.
There we go. Now we're power washing in style.
In style with our crappy washer that we now can't afford. Oh, how's everybody?
Sounds like Zero might have some more people joining us in April.
Oh God, is this going to be like a whole to do now?
It might be.
It's sounding like we're going to have a whole to do.
Sounds like they're just letting anyone in there nowadays.
Pretty much. I mean, as long as they have good hat money, I guess it's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, as long as they have good hat vendors, that's going to be the more important part.
This is also true. Man, I'm always ready for soup chat on Wednesdays. Hit me with your best shot. I also have news of soup chat this week, given that I didn't get to report back last week, and I
Birthday
even
soup?
have some makeup soup news.
So makeup as in...
Makeup news, as in I have spare soup news. I made soup like 2 weeks ago. Didn't get to talk about it last week because I was sick. And there we go.
So I want to make sure you weren't trying to use soup as makeup, because I would disagree with that.
Yeah, that would end poorly unless it was like a cold soup, and even then, I don't know that it would work as makeup. Maybe it's part of like a skincare routine, depending on the
Philosophically, can a cold soup still be a soup?
Yeah. What is it, like gazpacho is cold soup? I think there are a couple that are served traditionally cold. I think. Back on a super restrictive low food map diet, so getting creative. Okay. Food map. Oh, FODMAP. Okay, not food map. Sugar, cruciferous veg, onions, garlic, dairy. Well, that sounds like a world I don't wish to live in, first off.
Sure about that?
A world where I don't get to eat onions and garlic? Yes. That sounds miserable.
Oh, if it's the entire world, maybe not. If it's like a night, then maybe okay.
You can eat meat, potatoes, and lettuce. All right. I'm following. Not thrilled, but following. Using a ginger. Okay, yep. Ginger's good. Medicinal. Good for your tummy. Soup tonight.
I think the technical term is tum-tum.
You were dragging this out, man. I know you made soup. What's the soup? You got me weighted on the edge of my seat here, figuratively speaking.
Chicken noodle.
Yeah, chicken noodle with ginger. Chicken thighs, kale, potatoes, carrots, radishes, and speck. Okay.
So chicken noodle.
Well, chicken potato, because you can't have noodles.
So chicken starchy.
Yeah, chicken starchy. It's Eve now, okay.
Retaining wall.
Okay. No noodle, can't eat wheat. Yep, I was correct. So I'm assuming that there was ginger as a flavoring in this soup. Otherwise, the ginger comment makes less. Used miso for flavor. Now, here's the question. Did you use red or did you use white? Knowing you, I would guess red miso. If you have access to it. White. Oh my god, I'm just wrong in every respect tonight. You're supposed to lie. It's my birthday. You're supposed to just say I'm correct. Don't you know how it works?
That's not how it works.
Use pecorino with the ginger. Alright, you're starting to confuse me. Not necessarily lose me, but confuse me certainly. Don't have a lot of choices. Fair. Well, wait, hold up. You said you use pecorino. I thought you literally just said you can't use dairy. I know that's a harder cheese, so it doesn't have as much in the way of lactose. But, that doesn't match the things I've been told. Up until now. I'm not weird. You're weird.
Got him!
Thanks, Goblin. Hard-aged cheeses are okay in low amounts. Yeah, that's the kind of dietary bullshit that I would expect from a nutritionist. Like, no dairy, but, you know, some dairy is okay, because it doesn't really count as dairy. Like, alright, buddy.
No dairy unless we decide dairy.
Yeah, very much, you know. Not exactly no dairy. It's mostly not dairy. It's like if someone said I'm mostly vegan, it's like mostly vegan. How can you be mostly vegan? And then Nearly Headless Nick takes his head off and is like, that's how. I'm like, oh, okay, you know. Makes sense. It has less FODMAPs in it, which are fermentable sugars. Yeah, okay. We are getting a bit into the weeds for me. I'm a soup man myself. Those are the values that this channel was founded on. I don't know nothing about no FODMAPs.
I have a different definition of FOD, so this definitely confuses me.
Yeah, I also have that bias coming in, certainly.
I'm like, mapping your FOD? Yeah, that makes sense.
A
Okay,
damn
sure.
low
That's a good idea.
Soup. I know you made a low FODMAP soup. I'm just saying it also has detailed a discussion on what a FODMAP is, and it's like I understand that's pertinent to this pertinent to the story. It's just, you know, more than I was bargaining for with the soup.
You weren't expecting to learn tonight.
I really was not expecting to learn tonight. It's really a me issue. I'm sorry that you feel attacked on my stream. That's crazy. That you feel that way. Soup news is that you had a cup full of chicken noodle soup from Chick-fil-A. I don't know that I've ever had Chick-fil-A's chicken noodle soup. I would assume it's good, given that, you know, the chicken is pretty alright.
And the copious amounts of cocaine that is clearly in their chicken.
Something, man. Supposedly, the answer is you have to pickle brine the chicken, and that's what does a lot of the flavor, or so I have been told. I have had the mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A, and I will say the mac and cheese is pretty good for a fast food establishment's mac and cheese. I have a tangentially related story to the mac and cheese I will tell after I get to my soup for the past couple weeks. So a couple weeks back, I made homemade ramen. Did miso. I think I had talked to you about it, Crassula. I think that was off stream. Used red miso paste, because that's the kind that we have, for whatever reason. Did some, I think it was somen noodles. And we had pork tenderloin that I sliced real thin, because for Christmas I got this really nice slicing knife. And so I used that to cut like less, I would say probably like 1/8 inch or less thick strips of pork tenderloin that I did a marinade in some mirin, some soy sauce, a little bit of ginger, and sesame oil, I think. And damn, if the pork was so good. Oh man. The rest of the soup was good, but that pork, man, that was a game changer. That was great. I need a step ladder. F. There we go.
You can curse if you need to. You don't have to just say F.
I got no fucking problem saying it. I just need to hit F, and I'm trying to make sure I'm hitting F. Because I can't quite see that key on my keyboard around the microphone. But yeah, so that was what I made 2 weeks ago. And that was supposed to be reported last Wednesday. That obviously did not happen. But we're there now, and that's what matters. But what kind of veg? For veg, we had green onions. We had, I think that was the one where we had bok choy. Unfortunately, we couldn't find baby bok choy, which is my preference for ramen. I think it just goes really well. But those, and then I might have used some regular onion as well, just because it's me. But it was on the quicker side. Like I normally would throw in more vegetables, but it was kind of like a scattered. It wasn't a last minute plan, but it was a little bit of a last minute plan. It's like, hey, what do you want to eat? Shit, I don't know. I'll make ramen. Yeah, that's it. Because we had a really bad, not ice, well, I guess it might have been kind of an ice storm. So part of what my thinking was, like, I can eat cold ramen, like, on the reheat, if I have to. I won't be thrilled by that prospect, but it is doable. Mostly we just got stuff for like sandwiches in the event that happened, but so that our weekend schedule kind of got shuffled around. We didn't really know how we were going to do with like having vegetables. But yeah, no, bok choy is good for dumplings. I just like bok choy in general, though I'm a pretty big cabbage fan, what with the Eastern European in me. But this week, like I said, I did in fact make more soup. I wasn't necessarily planning on it because it's like, I don't want to, if I have a soup to talk about, I can, kind of keep it on the back burner for an additional week and be like, yeah, I have made this soup this week and, that sort of thing. But I don't know. I was in a mood this weekend and was like, I don't feel like cooking what we got. I know I said I would, but I'm in this funk. What do I want to make? I'm not feeling like making pasta, which is usually my comfort thing if I don't feel like making other food, is like, yeah, I'll just throw a red sauce together. It's fine. But I made gumbo, which there could be a debate as to whether gumbo is a sauce versus a soup or stew. I think it's close enough for the purposes of soup chat, personally. But
It's probably
man,
closer than a sauce, in my opinion.
I mean, gumbo's supposed to be thick. It's like,
More stew-like then.
well, yeah, definitely more stew-like, but it is a debate between stew and sauce. Like that's the debate. It's not truly a proper soup. I think most people would agree, if you make it right. Made gumbo over the weekend. We probably did have this conversation a couple soup chats ago. We have more people weighing in who say it's a stew. Again, I'm not here to argue. I brought it up in the spirit of soup chat. So I definitely tend to lean that way as well. But damn, that was good. Couldn't find any okra, because of, I guess, the supply chain issues. But, you know, got some shrimps in there. Got some chicken, the andouille. Good stuff, man. Not in season. I would believe that. Usually you can at least find frozen, which, again, it's one of those where it's like, it's not my preference, but I like okra enough that, particularly for something like a gumbo, that I think you're okay using frozen.
I don't know. I've ever used frozen okra for anything. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I've never really looked for frozen.
Yeah, again, not my first preference, but I think whenever we were in Cumberland, that might have been all we could find on a more regular basis. Probably, again, because it's not in season. I've been told. Which, you know, fair. Ask Goblin if he has any soup topics to discuss. Well, Goblin, I've rambled on for a good, probably like 15 minutes on my soup things. What do you have to contribute?
I can pretty clearly state that a lasagna doesn't count as a soup, but that was kind of the majority of my thing. My eatings of this week is I like to make like one big thing and then I can just kind of go with it. So lasagna was this week's choice.
This meal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This week's meal.
That's definitely how I do gumbo.
Yeah, I like to do that with, again, chili, lasagna, just anything big thing like that. I can just kind of do a whole bunch of it and then just eat off it for like the next week.
Well, and it's nice with chili because it's just so low effort, too. It's like,
yeah,
chop it, let it sit overnight, pretty much. Crassula wants to know if you put egg in your lasagna.
I do, actually.
Oh, God, you're one of those. My
You're
wife
not?
loves it. No, well, my wife loves it, and most of my family likes it. I do not care for the egg in the lasagna. I just don't like it. I'm oddly enough, I'm not a huge egg person. Not an egg guy.
Oh, that might be part of it, I guess.
That's my assumption. I like eggs sometimes in some applications, and it's just not lasagna.
Oh, that's right. What did we have over at your place where we had egg? Like hard-boiled eggs or something?
Was it when I made ramen for everybody?
Yes, that is what it was. It was ramen, and then there were eggs. But yeah, I remember you weren't having any of the eggs.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. I do not like the smell of hard-boiled eggs, obviously. I don't think most people do. But, that's... Yeah, I don't know, just not big egg guy. Never really have been.
Really is a nice touch in ramen, though.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like one of those things that it would be nice to like. If that isn't, like, the weirdest thing to say.
I'm sure it's how lactose intolerant people feel about cheeses and ice creams and all that. It's kind of the same thing where it's like, yeah, it'd be nice to like that, or even, I guess, be able to tolerate it. Might be more accurate than liking it, I guess.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the big difference there. Like Guy Fieri. Yeah, Now that you mention it, I do seem to remember that he's not a big egg guy either. You're knocking out those stepping stones, huh, kid?
Yeah. So they take 2 seconds each. It's like, oh, cool. Thanks.
Here's $1. Here's $1. Here's $1.
Yeah. Let me walk on these steps. What's happening?
Never met a lactose intolerant person that didn't throw caution to the wind and suck down cheese and ice cream without lactate. Yeah, I'm one of them. Certainly,
yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, that's why I had to change my statement there. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a good point. It's not necessarily that they don't like it, just they're intolerant. But yeah, you're right. Typically, they're like, yeah, today's my cheat day, or you know what, screw it, I can sit in the toilet today.
Yeah, it's like I don't care. I would again like even on that list of things, it's like, man, no onions, garlic, or dairy. Wow, there goes a lot of my diet. That is not great. I love the idea of washing the absolute shit out of this, like, kitty car that probably would have, like, the paint stripped and the foam on the chair just, like, torn to shreds. You can have tofu. Well, thank God for that.
Really? You do thank him for that? Oof.
No, there's another thing that I don't like very much. I have tried tofu several times.
I can agree with you 100% on that one.
I've not met a... Dude, I had tofu prepared by, like, a vegetarian Indian family. Like, if there are people who know how to prep tofu, it's them. Still didn't care for it.
Yeah, and the biggest argument I always hear is that, oh, the tofu doesn't really have a flavor. It takes up the flavors of everything else it's cooked with, if done right. No, it has its own flavor, it has its own texture. You know it's in there. Even when you try to hide it, I can tell it's there. It's not even necessarily a lack of preparation. There's something about it. So I can agree with you on that one.
I don't think it was like as offensive a thing, so offensive a thing where I was like, you know, spitting it out like, oh, this is awful. I could never do that. You know, I just don't care for it and wouldn't go out of my way to eat it. I'd be willing to try it if there were like like if someone were to prepare it and like, hey, I made some tofu. Would you know, doing this thing? Would you like to try it? Like, sure, as long as you're not going to be offended if I don't like it. Because there's a hello.
Hi.
Relatively high chance of that happening.
What am I missing? Oh,
that would be another one where it's like, I would appreciate liking that. Like, just to have, you know, another protein that I could use. Just, I like having different things I can do and make. I assume Zero's in your chat. If he's not, he should pop it over here and mention some of his soup escapades for the week.
He was in my chat earlier.
Okay. I know Envy was on mine at some point, but she might be gone. Honestly, I could kind of go for some of that ginger turmeric tea that we were talking about last night. Oh man, I think we still have some. I might bug my wife to make me some. It's my birthday. I'm allowed to bug her for stuff instead of going and doing it myself. I'll wait until she's like on her way out of the room for something else. That seems like the way to do it.
Seems like a nice way to do it. Or you can ask her something, have her leave, come back, and then ask her something else when she gets back. You do it that way.
She's sitting right next to me. I thought she had headphones in. She could hear this entire conversation. She's just
So
like, yeah,
you're saying is she's gonna go make you tea?
yeah, she's like, I'll do it. Just give me a few minutes. Oh, God bless her.
What?
Man, soon this will be me power washing a grill. Ask her if she has any soup topics. Well, see, here's your problem there, Super Chief. By virtue of living in the same house as me, she's generally eating the same thing for dinners as me.
Yeah, you say generally, though.
I mean, occasionally we will be like, we don't, obviously we are two different people. We like different things. She likes egg in her ramen. You know, I like coffee and she hates coffee. Like, so occasionally we have a day for dinner where it's like, all right, I'm going to eat something you don't like and you do the same thing. It's like, okay. Like, she'll go off and eat like tuna casserole and I will eat almost anything that isn't tuna casserole. Stuff like that. So, like, generally we eat the same thing, but not always. You got nothing else that you can be cleaning, huh?
I think this is literally the only thing left.
Oh, did you get the entire floor up there? Look at you.
Yeah, I think this is, we're 99% if you haven't noticed. I think this is
I've
the
been
only thing left.
I've been busy with Super Chat.
Retaining wall cap. Where? What? Retaining wall cap. Oh, no. I did have something else. Might be.
So you were picking on me.
A little bit.
Yeah, I also don't get the little message of what we have left, so
yeah, I've got that message. We got the retaining wall cap and two fence tops.
Come over here, Super Chief. You gotta get the underside. Rookie
okay,
mistake.
so you'll get that.
Rookie
now fence
mistake.
tops, which means I gotta get up. Yeah.
Gotta get high.
Which fence tops? Oh, it's these fence tops. Okay, I thought I got the fence tops.
Yeah.
I think it's these ones. Wait,
well, there's one over here that you didn't get. Rookie numbers.
A little bit. There's one more fence top that hasn't been gotten.
Oh, it's this one over here.
There it is.
It's like someone is practicing for home ownership. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike power washing. It's of the chores, I feel like it's one of the more fun ones. It's kind of like, it's like the adult version of playing with like a super soaker. And it's like, you know, it serves a purpose.
I'll wait this time for you so you can see it.
Oh, you're good. You're willing to wait the like 8 minutes it's going to take? God bless you.
You think it's going to take 8 minutes? Better question. Do you want me to wait the 8 minutes?
Well, I mean, you know,
I'm all for waiting.
We can wait for this one since we didn't wait for the last one. Also, God bless my wife. She makes me a cake for my birthday. I like really thin layers of cake, kind of like a Smith Island cake where you got like, you know, it's like a normal height of cake, but there's like 8 layers of cake in it. She pulled it off this year. She finally pulled it off successfully. Got 8 layers of thin cake. It's a chocolate cake with raspberry jam between the layers, and then a raspberry Italian meringue buttercream over the top and along the sides. And it's good. It's real good. You could see me eating some of it there. It's gone now, unfortunately. Maybe when my lovely wife goes and gets me tea, she also can get me more cake. You don't have to do it now. I'm just saying. Okay, well, she's doing it now anyway.
Is it is it better for me just to go for the bigger power washers, or the extensions on these early ones more worthwhile?
Okay, I can do that. I would say you would probably want to rush at least a better power washer. Then you can think about an extension.
That's what I was thinking. I just wanted to confirm
Yeah.
that some of these early extensions don't, maybe make life a little bit better early on.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I would say the order I probably did it was better power washer, long extension of some flavor, and the spinny nozzle, the spinny power nozzle. That you maybe even would do that before the extension, but that's kind of depends on what you need. So, chat, this is what you were missing before. Whenever you finish a career mode, and actually I think they do it in free mode at this point too, there's a GIF of you cleaning everything. So that's what that looked like. Can I play it again? I can play it again. So you can see they didn't used to show the people walking through. Now they do. So you can even see where each of us were for all that. So, all right, I'm ready to continue. What is happening? Okay. Oh boy, the playground. Okay, so wait, so you have a better power washer?
No, God no.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because
I was debating whether to hold on to my money or not. That was the question.
Ah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. How much does the first power washer cost?
It was like 800.
Okay. Wow.
What it was?
It
was something
expensive.
like that. 900. Excuse me.
Wow, that feels really expensive.
A little bit, and I only got 400 for that last one. So it's like, oh god. Okay.
Okay, that's like a couple jobs. That's not so bad.
All right, where to begin?
I'm starting with this bench.
I'm starting with a Stegosaurus.
I'm a Stegosaurus. Jesus, are they charging the Kelly Blue Book on the power washers? Oh, dude, it's like $25 a pop on the soap that lasts like 30 seconds. It's crazy, the markup. There's some lore also where like you would think this game couldn't possibly have lore. Do I want ridiculous amounts of honey? Yes. As a general standing policy, yes.
And also some in your tea?
Yeah, and some in my tea. I would like some tea with my honey if possible. What the hell was I saying? Yeah, there's lore to this game, and there's some question as to how everything is so dirty and like what's going on with the mayor and his cat. Like what, it's all done in like the text messages that you get for people like calling you out for these jobs. Because that is generally how you're finding out about, oh, you've got this gig lined up, this gig lined up. I'm just going to clean benches. It's like there's some people that think like maybe you're somehow involved setting up a racket to like, just dirty everything to just, set up this cleaning business. There's a volcano in the area and like a forest. I want to say is Matt Pat the game theory guys?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say Matt Pat tried to figure out geographically where this place should be. And he came up with like one of 3 places in America in terms of like general location. One of them was like the Pacific Northwest. Kind of, you have like Arcadia National Forest and Mount St. Helens. I think, right? That sounds right. I might be making shit up. I don't know.
Fuji?
Yeah, that's a different.
It's in the U.S.,
continent.
right?
That's a different continent entirely. Oh God, I forgot. Whenever we were looking at houses, there was one place, I don't remember which one it was. There was one place where somebody had power washing equipment lying around, and I'm like, ooh, I know how to use this.
You're like, ooh, what kind of nozzles are those? Ooh.
I did look at the nozzles. They are, in fact, color-coded. Like, the nozzle that you see at the end of this gun is basically what they look like. Which brought me no small amount of joy. Silly though that is.
So wait, it didn't bring you joy?
It brought me joy, silly though that is.
You said it brought you no small amount of joy?
Yes, it brought me a large amount of joy.
Wow. Is that how that term phrase works? Because it sounds like you're like, yeah, it didn't bring me any joy. Like, it didn't even bring me a small amount of joy. That's the way I interpreted
Maybe
the
that's
phrase.
how other people use it. Okay, no, Crassula's asking if you're okay. Oh God, what were we playing where it was we need to go deeper and you just kept mishearing me and we thought you were having a stroke or something. Oh man. Yeah, are you okay, buddy? Do you need to talk about
You're talking about
something?
last night? I said last night was audio issues on it. That wasn't mishearing. That was, for some reason, it kept like giving me extra sounds whenever you're talking.
Mm-hmm. He was hearing shit. You heard it live here.
You know what? You're going to make me go clip those now and send them to you.
You were threatening to like a bunch last night.
I was.
Oh, thank you.
But here you go again. So now you're calling me out.
Crassula would like to know if you smell burnt toast. Oh God.
I do, but that's besides the point.
Dude, but that's because you left your toaster running overnight.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do a clean cycle on it, right?
Yeah, you put the bread in and you clean it. That's how you run a cleaning cycle on your toaster.
Yeah, isn't that how you clean it out? Like the bread helps get in all the crevices and stuff, and
It's in
helps
all
clean
the
it out good.
spaces. It was a whole.
It's really nice to use English muffins. English muffins have lots of nooks and crannies to get into all the nooks and crannies.
Oh God! Throwback to the guy in college who smoked everybody out of the common room in the dorm because he didn't know that you had to put water in ramen when you microwaved it. It was like cup noodles. God, that sucked. That sucked so bad. Speaking of
That probably
burning
didn't smell
toast
great.
smell.
It's one dirty stego.
Did you get his belly?
Nah, I've saved enough for last. Gotta save the belly scritches for last.
Oh, this is such a good game. Just nothing more relaxing than a nice evening of power washing with a stroke victim.
The game could do with like some like nice calm music as a little side thing, like something you can turn on and off in case you don't want it.
I would definitely say there needs to be the off option, because definitely part of it for me is just the hiss of the water and, you know, just kind of just spacing out. It's nice to be able to engage with chat to like kind of retain consciousness. But you know, it's just a nice chill evening. Uno definitely would have been a much different vibe.
A lot less chill.
The chaos would be delicious, though.
Sure. But the rage would have been so personal.
Man, I think I'll be able to drink this weekend. We should play drunk Uno.
Not this weekend, but next weekend maybe.
Oh, that's right. This is your weekend out. That's right. Okay. I could probably convince Ryan to do drunk Uno if he's around. He feels like a person who would, I don't know if appreciate is the correct word, but definitely adjacent.
Definitely something like that.
All right. Did you watch any of the Nintendo Direct today?
I did actually, just before doing this.
Any particular thoughts or highlights?
Not really on my side of things. I'd say the big things of note were the level packs that they're going to do for Mario Kart.
Yeah,
that's like I think, in my mind, the biggest thing. Yeah, they're doing like 6 packs of 8 tracks they'll release between now and like fall of 2023.
Yeah. Which
I think it's like 25. From what I understand, I think it's $25 for all of them. Or if you have.
So I actually watched somebody else stream it. Just not because I cared about that, but because my friend and I was just watching him stream, and he had been really hyped because he thought it was Mario Kart 9 at first. He's like, "We have Mario Kart news." And immediate cussing at Nintendo, like, you sons of bitches. You teased us.
Yeah, that's their way of... I don't know. I have a bunch of things I guess I could say about that, but it's kind of their way of... to give them the benefit of the doubt. They have a good engine, and they want to keep with it, and they don't see a reason to recreate it. So they're basically making Mario Kart 9, but over the course of, like, the next year and a half...
Well, and what I know some of the people in his chat were saying is it's them buying time to make like,
well,
you know,
yeah, and I have
GTA
mixed
6.
feelings on that because they've had a lot of time to make 9.
Sure, but I think that game came out after GTA 5, and we still have a decent chance of getting the next Mario Kart after.
It did come out after Skyrim as well, so I'll give it that.
Yeah, I almost think it's more the model of things. Because, I mean, was Splatoon 3 an announcement, or... Because I don't usually watch the Direct, so I don't know what was announced and what wasn't.
It was an announcement, but I thought this was just the campaign mode that was announced today. For Splatoon 3. It had. I think it's already been out for a while.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I was.
It might have been like last year, maybe.
Okay, I thought that was Splatoon 2. I don't play Splatoon.
Unclear. I don't play it either. But just looking at the Direct, it was just the campaign mode that they were releasing for it.
Okay.
So I was like, okay.
I did see that Earthbound is getting an American release, possibly for the first time.
Nope.
No?
Incorrect. Earthbound was already released in the U.S. They're just putting it on their
porting
online
it to the
service.
Switch. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I heard people
When
happy
that
about
was on, I was paying attention to see if Mother 3 was going to come out, because that's the one that hasn't released.
Yeah, that's the one that everybody bitches about.
Yeah, so that's when I was like, ooh, are they actually? No, they're not.
No,
Okay.
no, silly.
Of
man.
course, obviously they're not.
Well, and apparently the Fire Emblem game was new.
Yeah, it's a Fire Emblem Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors type
Yeah.
deal.
Which,
I don't.
okay.
I've never played Dynasty Warriors. I don't think it's up my alley. But
It's for me, it's a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
It's not good, and when you play it, you know it's not good. But there's just something about it. At least the OG ones, the new skins that they've been doing, like where they do like the Zelda one, and they like all the new versions of the Warriors they've been putting out are like, they don't feel as good as OG Dynasty Warriors.
I'll take your word for it.
So that's my opinion on it, at least.
I've been, for anybody who does not know, I have been playing, because I wasn't able to game a lot at my desk last week. I've been playing a ton of Fire Emblem Three Houses on the Switch, and that's a fun game. So I'm like, I don't know about the Dynasty Warriors gameplay, but I definitely like the story of what is happening in this game.
You said you might like it, honestly. I don't know if you're into just like basic hash and slash button mash type of games or not.
I don't tend to be. So I think I know a person who played a bunch of like Dynasty Warriors. That's where they're like Japanese or Chinese people from history, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen gameplay of that. I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. But it's, again, in my opinion, the OG ones were always a guilty pleasure. Like I could sit there and enjoy them, knowing they're trash games, but they're like, okay, they're still enjoyable. The new skins are just like, You're trying to doll up something that we know is not good, but you're dolling it up anyways. Okay. But the stories they bring into some of those can be okay. So the Fire Emblem one might end up being pretty good because, again, it'll expand on the story of the I want to call it Three Kingdoms, the Three Houses. Yeah, they'll expand on that.
Three Kingdoms, the like ancient China, like
yes, it's the War of the Roses, like the Three Kingdoms. Yeah, exactly.
See, I know, like. Again, I know somebody who played Dynasty Warriors, so like I have a very tangential understanding of some of Chinese history. But yeah, so that I remember that. Was it Xenogears 3?
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Okay.
So Xenoblade Chronicles 3, yeah, okay, that'll be a big one, I'm sure. For whatever reason, I never really got into that one. I just don't think I ever gave it much of a chance though, but it just didn't appeal to me.
That's like hard JRPG, right?
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, it is, but it's just kind of like the world and the story and all that didn't appeal to me for whatever reason. Not like a hard JRPG like Dragon Quest. Like that's a hard JRPG that is just absolute classic. Like that I got into and loved that. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles, yeah, it's more JRPG style, but so you feel like you're playing an anime. So I can appreciate that side of it. I don't know. There's just something about it that didn't really appeal to me in the first two games.
Huh.
So I mean, it'll probably appeal to those who like it. So
the like what would you call it? Like world design looked really cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun to watch a Nintendo Direct not giving any shits either way about any of it. And being like, this looks neat. I'm sure somebody appreciates this.
Yeah, and the port of Chrono Trigger, or Chrono Cross, I guess in this case, And then there's another game that it is going with it that's part of the Chrono series. They made reference to releasing that with it as well.
Okay.
I'm blanking on the name. Project something or another, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but yes.
Can't remember what it's called because I didn't play. I played Chrono Trigger and I played Chrono Cross, but I didn't play that Project one. That looks okay. I mean, it's a port, so whatever. Like, well, I guess they called it a remaster, but they basically showed the same old game. It's a port. It's a glammed up port. That's all it really is. Like, okay, don't call it a remaster when it literally looks exactly the same. Like, come on, guys. You see the classic PlayStation 1 graphics in there. It's like, ooh.
Well, and
actually, what might have been PlayStation 2 now I think about it.
120 yards, if you include the end zones. Geico is about the length of football fields.
Are you being sponsored by Geico now? Have you gotten sponsorships now?
No, my wife is filling out, I'm guessing, something for homeowners insurance. Because she's being a responsible adult in real life while I be a responsible adult in a video game.
Real life, yeah.
So she was asked, Geico apparently describes 1,000 feet as the length of 3 football fields. And she was trying to... She is not a huge sports person, is like, how long are football fields? Like 100 yards? And I'm like, no, 120, because you have the end zones. And...
Did that put it into perspective?
I mean, she made affirmative noises after that explanation, so I'm going to go with yes. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, oh, and then what was the other big thing? I don't know if it was big to other people, but was the Mario Strikers an announcement?
Strikers was an announcement too. I'm a fan of that one. I like Strikers. I played the hell out of that before.
I'm in an interesting position. I didn't play Strikers. Now, if they hit me with a baseball game, the whatever the baseball Mario was on GameCube, I absolutely played the shit out of that and would probably buy that. Because that's just good fun.
The Mario sports games, in my opinion, are really fun. They do a good job of making those fun.
Yeah, it's weird that that's the level of competency that they've chosen for themselves at Nintendo, but
yeah, competency is a word for it, I guess. Even those they don't necessarily do as good, but they are surprisingly good at those, and
I mean, they're at least as solid as like a Madden game.
Yeah, and it can have the same level of complexity. Well,
and that was what kind of weirded me out about the Strikers announcement. Is like, yeah, so now you have armor, and because I was like, why are they like? They look like not quite like Tron characters, but they were verging towards that. Not even that, because there was too much color. They reminded me of something very viscerally. I'll have to go back and watch the.
You've seen the old Mario Strikers outfits and graphics and stuff, but that was kind of in line with it, honestly.
They had armor.
Ish. You should look up some of it. Stuff. I mean, they didn't hardcore have armor, and that's the stuff you would customize the stuff, but they had some wild outfits that were very reminiscent of that trailer.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and it was a very, very physical game. You were knocking people all over the place.
I remembered that from the few times that I played. Oh, and that
so seeing them check people on the walls and stuff, I was like, okay, yep, that's reminiscent of the old one where you were. It was a very physical game.
Wii Sports is back.
Yeah, I saw that.
Makes sense. They only did 6 sports, which I found interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing that I find weird with Nintendo is that they tend to do that. Like they have a good idea. They're like, hey, we'll bring Wii Sports to the Switch. It's like genius. That's what people wanted you guys to do whenever you did the 1-2 Switch or whatever the launch thing was.
Yeah, I remember that exact thing. Yeah, what you're talking there.
It's like that's what it was supposed to be, but wasn't. So they kind of held off trying to sell that product. Which, okay, peace, you do you, marketing, whatever. But then they're like, okay, we'll bring it to the Switch, but we won't bring all of it. We'll bring select pieces of it. It's like, just bring the whole thing. It can't be that hard
when you've already got the engine for those.
When you have the engine and the IP and everything, like you have access to all of it. How's this a problem?
The art style for the new one, I do not care for. I would have as someone who doesn't really care and probably won't get it anyway. Man, I think they would have been better off keeping the derpy Mii's. Hand to God, I would probably consider buying it if it was the derpy Mii's, at least on like sale.
Yeah, it's Nintendo makes those kinds of decisions where they're just, Nintendo, if you want to sponsor me, cool, I'll change my opinion about you. But until then, they make some very weird business decisions where it's just their heads are so far up their ass they don't seem to know a good idea if it were hit in their face. Again, you guys have access to all the Wii Sports games. It's your IP. Give everyone those, and hell, charge them an extra $1 or $2. Like, I don't know, charge them a little bit extra to get the whole thing, if you need to. But don't just give them part of it. Like,
oh, and there was the new Kirby game. There was Kirby Odyssey. I don't care what it's actually called, but it's Kirby Odyssey.
It's Kirby Odyssey, and I'm on the fence on that one. I'm leaning maybe a little bit more positive on it, but I'm torn. I'm a lifelong huge Kirby fan. So I've played all the Kirby games. I love Kirby games. So for it to have me on the fence has me feeling weird about it. But today's trailer made me feel better about the game, for sure.
Okay, so that wasn't an announcement. That was like maybe the first drop of the trailer.
Second or third drop of the trailer. They had already dropped it like a year ago, or half a year ago, kind of announcing that they were going to do it. And that trailer they had with that one was like, okay.
How did you feel about Kirby eating a car? Physical, or
bad.
Giving the mouth suck to the car?
Bad.
That I just about
shit myself. I'm still on the fence. I'm like,
for anybody in chat who's not seen it, go find just go search Kirby eating a car. I'm sure that will already be a popular search. Kirby,
and I didn't like what they called it too.
What was it, like mouth mode or open mouth
mode? It's like mouth overfill or something.
It was like
overfill mode or something.
Yeah, I thought it was like open mouth mode, which is even worse than overfill.
No,
mode.
It's like I think it's an overflow or overfill. Like he couldn't fit it all in his mouth, kind of thing. It's like, ew, I don't like this. Overstuffed. Like, oh God, I have to go look it up. It's a weird phrase. That's just like, this doesn't. I mean, yeah, Kirby's all about eating, so I guess, but this was not a phrase I was expecting to come in a Kirby game.
Well, and it looks goddamn unsettling. Like, the car is wearing him as a hat or a second skin.
Yeah, instead of him wearing them as hat.
Oh, man.
Instead of him wearing hat, they wear him as hat.
I get what they're driving at, but my God, guys, that shit's wild, dude.
It is. Again, it brought me back in a bit, but that mechanic is going to be weird. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I will say, again, as somebody who, for the most part, forgets that his Switch exists, and, not into most Nintendo games, and, have gone about my adult life not playing every new Pokemon and, all that stuff. it was so interesting to get to watch Nintendo fans watching a Nintendo Direct, and like reacting to that. On like one hand, I feel like Nintendo fans are maybe spoiled, where it's like you guys get press conferences to like know what's coming, and like you're bitching because you don't like everything that's being announced, and you think that these other like 20 projects need to be announced at the same time. And it's like, man, for like anything else, like, could you imagine if like at E3, like, or not even like E3, if like Bethesda or Rockstar or any other company had like multiple yearly, like if Microsoft just had like a monthly thing where like, hey, this is what we're working on, like people would be so like, oh dude, this is awesome. Like, yeah, people would probably bitch, but it's like, you have like, my reaction to that would be like, if there's one thing in the Direct that I like, then I would be happy. Yeah. Like, I'm getting something out of it. And people are like, oh my god, they didn't have this or this or that. Like, and I was like, do you hear yourselves? Do you forget the dark times where Nintendo didn't do any like third-party encouragement or like any of that stuff? Like, crazy.
Yeah, no, I do like that they come out with those, and there's typically something in them that I like. So one of the ones I'm definitely excited for is the Advance Wars ones.
Okay, that's interesting. I've heard some people are excited for them, and other people are like either don't care about it at all, or like, I liked the old art style. Why did you change the art style?
Yeah, and it's basically the same. It is the same as the games that were already released. So it's just kind of releasing them on the Switch, but changing up the art style a little bit, giving some voice acting, doing that kind of stuff. And the Advance Wars games were a series that I always wanted to get into, but I didn't own a Game Boy Advance at the time, so I didn't get to play and appreciate them. But I always looked at it and always wanted to. So this kind of gives me an excuse to be like, hey, I finally get to go do them. Yeah.
That's always nice. Like, I'm happy that you get to have that experience.
Exactly. So like that one, I was
like, I don't know, grateful that they're getting stuff.
Exactly,
like,
and that's the kind of thing. It's like
it's not Mario 9, but like you're getting some content.
Yes, exactly. That's like that one. Like I was honestly okay with the Mario Kart announcement. Again, it's not 9, cool, whatever. You've had lots of time. You haven't made a new engine. Like, you don't need to make a new engine. You want to keep milking that cow. Okay, whatever. I get it. However, that's a lot of content. So that's 48 tracks. That's more tracks than I think it's more tracks that are currently available now.
It might be doubling it, because I thought I heard 96 total. So it's at least very close.
Yeah, so like doubling the amount of tracks, you're basically getting a new game. Except that you don't have to learn some new mechanic that they're just throwing at you, because if they're making a new game, they have to have an excuse to make a new game, so they have to throw in some new gimmick to make it different than the previous one. So
I do find
I'm okay with that.
I agree with I will sign on to everything that was just said. I'm pretty sure. I find it weird, and it's more of something I find weird with Nintendo. Again, having basically just watched my first Nintendo Direct ever. I found like I kind of find it weird that they're like, all these things are coming to Switch, and it's like, I get that it's because Nintendo has a history of, again, like not really supporting third-party devs, at least past like the GameCube era, and like making it easier for people to develop games for their consoles. But like, it's still kind of, it's like wild to me that like those things make the announcement. It's like, oh, you have, like, my reaction to most of the games that I saw was, that wasn't already on the Switch? Really? That's weird. Like,
Yeah,
I did that for No Man's Sky. I did that for, I think Cuphead was on there.
It wasn't on there this time, but yeah, it was. It has been on there before, and you're like, "What?"
No,
Okay.
they mentioned Cuphead because they were talking about Miss Chalice and
What?
yeah,
I don't remember that.
Cuphead was on there at some point. I don't remember.
Really? For some reason, I literally just watched it just before this, and I don't remember that.
It might have been in like the slideshow of like all this stuff is coming, so they didn't
Oh.
necessarily like say it.
Maybe that happened, and I looked away or something.
Yeah, it wasn't like a
That
terribly
could be.
long spot. Again, there, like No Man's Sky got a shout out, but like,
Yeah, I saw that
there were
one.
some.
Yeah.
The MLB The Show thing with Shohei Ohtani was hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that. That was
I
just
thought it was cringy, but I guess it worked.
that was just uncanny enough that I'm like, I know that this makes people uncomfortable, so I love it.
Yeah, I was one of them. I'm like sitting there watching, like, this is cringy. I know that's what they're going for, but
I loved that they had the announcer call him Shohei. Did he call him Shohei-san or Otani-san?
I can't remember.
Remember, but he like very English, like American guy saying that. I'm just like, this is hilarious. This is honestly what baseball feels like whenever you watch it. It's like anytime you have these like old 80s players from like Brooklyn, like, yeah, you have to say a Japanese name now. Like, okay, we're gonna try. Not terribly hard. No, I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, there were some announcements there where it's just like I said, I just found it weird of like, these are things we're bragging about, I guess. It's fine. I just find it a little weird personally. But, you know, you go off, Nintendo. I might have to start watching Nintendo Directs just for like amusement purposes. Like I'm not gonna buy most, if any, of the games that were announced, but it was fun to watch. Watch two old Japanese men playing volleyball kind of poorly. That was enjoyable.
Yeah, the directs are pretty good. I'm waiting for PowerWash Simulator 3 Houses.
Dude, I would play the absolute shit out of like a role-playing game, but with power washing as the mechanic.
Right?
And not in like a Splatoon combat sort of way. Like,
No, like a Stardew Valley / what's the golf one? Golf Story? Golf? No, Cave Story is that one. But golf.
That's right. I kind of want to play that. I saw that back when it came out for Switch.
Yeah.
It was way before I had a Switch, so I completely forget that exists. I need to go.
Yeah, I'm
buy
blanking
that
on
game.
it. But yeah, no, like something like that, but Power Wash Simulator, where they just give you random lore, random things, whatever, but it's Power Wash. But to the level and degree and taking itself seriously, quote unquote seriously, enough. Like again, like 3 Houses, where it's just like full blown anime story. But again, the gameplay is Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So much drama around it. It'd be so good.
It's just like in my shonens.
Got to get me shonens going.
Did I share that Twitter account with you that does it like explains anime for Southerners?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that I thought you would enjoy that. It's like Naruto. So Boruto is the son of the old quarterback, who's a rich donor for the university. So he's the starting quarterback. Is he good at quarterback? Fuck no. Is he our starter? Yes. His father gave us a lot of money, so he's the starter.
It's like, yeah, that's Boruto, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't watch the show, but I know immediately what you're talking about.
No, I've definitely watched like the first couple or few seasons of Boruto. Yeah, and that's about right. It's like, why do I care about this kid again? Okay. I'm like, actually, it's one where, well, I guess Naruto was also decently good about this, but it's one where I care way more about the side characters than I do the main character. So I was about to say that, but it's like, you know what? Honestly, Naruto was pretty good about that too, where it did really good side characters.
Yeah, I never watched any of those, but again, I don't need to now. I've seen.
You've seen the explanation.
Yeah, I've seen it explained. It's like, okay, we're done.
You got all the explanation you need.
Ooh, speaking of TV, I did see that new Disenchantment episodes dropped tonight.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I will definitely be watching that probably tomorrow for date night. I actually quite like that show. I know a lot of people are like, it's not Futurama. It's like, no.
It's not.
Like, it's not got the jokes per minute that Futurama does. Like, yeah, that's, you know how rare that is? Like, maybe The Simpsons at their peak could do that, but like, that's rare.
Futurama was like a who's who of like great writers, great voice actors. Like, it was fantastic.
Storm,
like,
yeah,
it really was a perfect storm. Like, to be able to recreate that again, I don't think you're gonna be able to do it, especially on the budget that it had. Like, you'd have to have a pretty serious budget to even compete with something like that. Like, it was fantastic. Yeah, it's not, and it shouldn't be a Futurama. So yeah, as long as you go in with the right expectations, I think you can enjoy it.
No, and who? Oh shit! Who is it that voices Lucy? Is it Eric Andre?
Oh God, is it Eric?
It's either Eric Andre or somebody who's on the Eric Andre show, and I can never remember. Oh, I feel bad.
I don't remember.
I feel bad now.
It's like, I know the voice, but
yeah, like I recognize the voice. Chat, help me out. Who voices Lucy in Disenchantment? The Netflix Matt Groening show. This is gonna bother me. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Might as well do your own work.
Chat, you failed me for the last time.
I mean, it wasn't a super related question, so that's why they weren't just ready on the spot.
Disenchantment. Voice actor. It is in fact Eric Andre. I was correct.
Okay.
Okay. I feel better then. That's fine. I have no idea. I don't know what. I have no idea. I don't know anybody who would. Maybe
Still converting things?
No, now they asked like what kind of chimney the place has, and I'm like, I don't really know what the options would even be to answer that question. So I certainly cannot be any help to answer. And
Yeah.
the options are like it's more of like a masonry question than anything else. It's like
you know it's not it's not aluminum. You know, like there's things you can answer about it, but as to
it's like there's a joke video where it's a non-car person talking to a car person, like, oh, how big's the engine? And the guy just fucking holds up his hands in the rough shape of the box that the engine would fill. It's like, not the question. Technically correct, but not really what I was after. Like, yeah, I can answer some questions about the chimney, none of which would be helpful to Geico or
not with the jargon that you're needing.
Yeah, like, I don't know whether the masonry has been approved by some board of masons, or I don't know, the Freemasons or whoever.
I was going to say, did the Freemasons look at it?
The Freemasons or whoever's in charge of chimney law.
Chimney law is probably the most accurate way to describe it.
Chimney regulation? I really don't know, man.
All that chimney bureaucracy.
The chimnocracy? Yeah, that's how that would go. I'm proud of that portmanteau. I said it.
Are you, though?
I said it.
Speaking of port, I'm enjoying this port.
Porter?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you drinking wine all of a sudden? I didn't know you to be.
Yeah, I've always been a wino. You didn't know that?
Definitely not in the 10 things I knew about you.
Now I'm enjoying a Dewclaw porter.
One of them dew claws. You got to be careful with them, or they'll cut you.
It's true. That's why I got to trim them back.
Oh boy.
Evolutionarily, you don't need it anymore, but it's still there, and you got to take care of it.
We are making progress. I will give it to us.
Yeah, technically.
What do you mean technically? We're at 76%.
That's what I mean by technically. It doesn't feel like it on some of these projects where you're just like sitting here like, I've been scrubbing down the same thing for how long? Have I made progress? And you're like, yeah, technically I have. Like right there.
I've been working
it's like
on like the same tower, and I feel like I've seen you finish a tower in the time that
I did.
in this tower.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, yeah, technically I guess. Because yeah, I did finish a tower. I'm mostly finished with this tower.
Is
so
my
almost
tower
the
just
second one.
wider? Okay, I do have a bigger tower than the other two. Thank God. I thought I was just brutally incompetent for a second.
Classic excuse.
Hey man, it's some towers are bigger than others. It's nobody's fault. But every tower is different. Some bend to the left, some bend up, down, left ways, right ways.
Yeah, it's because people don't have levels and don't know how to properly level their towers.
Yeah. I make a Leaning Tower of Pisa joke, but I really don't feel like putting in the effort, so I'm going to need everybody to just fill in that joke for themselves.
And then fill in a response from me that has something to do with levels and old Italians not having levels either. But I'm too lazy to make it funny.
Yeah, you get it. Well, I don't see a problem here.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
I think it's us. I think we're the joke.
I mean, that's fair, you know?
What I wouldn't give to have a better power washer right about now.
Yeah, right?
This is the grind, though, man. You gotta get on it, and
I can imagine just how ridiculous ridiculous this is to do by yourself. Just like, yeah, you're just gonna sit here for the next hour or two.
I mean, it is very much that, but it is like the most zen shit ever. Like, you're just gonna zonk out, and you're gonna be, you know, an hour is gonna go by. You're gonna be like, man, that took a while. But I wasn't thinking about anything, and that was nice. You know, if that's something that you're into. Just
Not thinking?
Shutting down your brain for an hour.
Why is this roof only mostly done? I thought I was on top of this roof. Outside faces, like front face of it. That's probably it.
You got it.
Hey, that's a roof. So I was looking for that. I was looking for the serotonin to hit and be like, aha, I got a roof done. And it like didn't. I was like, what? It's spotless. Why?
And then you like turn around and was like, oh, I missed an entire face of it.
I was like, oh, I didn't get this outside face of it. I got all the other outside faces.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy how I thought it was done. Yeah, that is.
And
how
it suddenly
goes.
wasn't.
Yep, I'm just over here doing this tower.
What am I missing on this tower? I'm missing a huge section of something. I mean, I guess that might be what I'm missing.
Why are you over here?
Because
Next question.
I gotta get this face of this tower.
And that necessitated you being in my personal space for what reason?
Because I had to get that face of that tower.
Okay, well that, you know, when you put it that way, you really have cleared everything up.
Yeah, I don't know how to be any more clear than that.
I love that the last chat messages are still asking if you smell burning toast. Just makes me a little bit happy. The hell? Okay, that was your thing that just popped. I'm like,
Yeah.
I heard the ding, and nothing got clean.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. I'll start working on the floor, trying to get this thing finished.
Yep. Don't know why I picked this one. This feels like
Nozzle?
maybe a mistake. No, just this tower.
Okay. Oh.
No. Jesus Christ, man. We can play something else if you hate it that much.
Well, I'm trying to figure out your context.
I
don't
don't
hear what
hate
you're
this
saying.
game.
Hey, that's all that click.
It's
Missing
like,
2 bridges, a roof, and a floor, so... And if we know the bridges, what roof are we missing?
the roof
Is it the
of
roof to the tower you're on?
that I'm in, yes.
Oh, okay.
While you were
Well, that makes
crab
sense.
walking out of the building, you did not look up, obviously.
Obviously. The goal wasn't to look up. The goal was to look at my tower.
Still confused as why you were over here, but yeah, that's fine. It's fine. You know, I can
It's
share.
a process, okay? You can't doubt the process.
I mean, I can doubt your process all I want. I'm a veteran of this game.
Yeah, that means you're set in your ways, your wrong ways. And I'm the new guy with all the new ideas coming in here.
Look, we make our sacrifices to the pressure washing gods, and you will do well to fucking remember that. We'll throw you in that volcano. Just like, well, no, the cat didn't get thrown in the volcano.
I'm trying to remember who got thrown in. I can't remember now.
Well, he ended up in it, I'm pretty sure. Are you talking about this game or something else?
I was talking about something else. I guess it wasn't a volcano. It was like a crevice or something.
Oh, I was talking about this game specifically.
Oh, I was talking about the game we were referencing with sacrificing things to the gods.
Yes, no, that was a bottomless chasm.
Yeah, there was a chasm that somebody got thrown into, I think. That's what I was thinking about. I can't remember who got thrown in. You said cat, so that's why I was like, well, there's the cat character, but I'm like, but I don't think it was a cat character. I think it was something else.
That is
okay.
fair. Nope. There's the mayor's cat in this game, and it gets into mischief, as cats are wont to do. And there's also a volcano, and things get thrown into the volcano sometimes, as people are wont to do with volcanoes. I guess I've been told.
I mean, it is the thing to do with volcanoes.
We got one of them ladders.
We do. Ooh.
I'm yoinkily doinking that.
Guess I'll do the bottom of this bridge while I'm right here.
No need to limit yourself to the bottom. I think you can do the whole bridge.
Well, that's an opinion.
If you really put your mind to it.
I thought this was a game where you're supposed to turn your mind off.
You can. It's not required. You would like to be extremely anal retentive about how everything needs to happen and get done. You can. Or
no,
you
I'm not.
Veg out. I know which one I prefer.
This man likes his veggies.
Some of them, yeah. I don't want to say broccoli's grown on me in recent years. I still don't like it very much, but I will eat it. As a child, I absolutely detested broccoli.
At least it doesn't grow on you like those barnacles did.
Yeah, that was rough. Those... I had about, like... I know it was only 2, but it felt like 8 different afflictions. All at once.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
For anybody who was not watching last night, we played several runs of We Need to Go Deeper, which is a fun, what would you call it, like roguelike type thing?
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
Because you're in a submarine, you're going deeper. That's the game.
The game. See how deep you can go, so you just keep going deeper. It does make me upset that we have to somehow figure out how to get the book to really know what to do at the end.
Well, I think
if you don't get the book,
after a certain level, I think you can unlock it as a starting object. Or maybe it's by finding it. Because, I mean, we've found books before. We just didn't take them because it's hard to support a ship if only one person can repair.
Yeah.
But with like 3 or 4 people, that's more doable.
Alright, so Chief, how's that tower going? That roof? Hey.
Answer your question?
It did.
Oh, that's service with a smile.
Look at that clean.
Can't yet. Still loading.
It'll take you 20 minutes, but you'll get it eventually.
I'll take this break to hydrate, drink a little tea. A little ginger, turmeric, and lemon honey tea.
Sounds like a good break.
And then nosh on some of the birthday cake. Delicious, delicious birthday cake.
I'm gonna go get a refill myself while I wait for you to download our GIF. Oh God! I just noticed on the left side of my screen you're still on the roof, so your guy was just like moving back and forth and hovering because he wasn't quite just staying on the roof. So it was a little awkward just watching you do that.
Perfect. Alrighty.
All right, I will be right back.
Yeah, I thought you were gone already. How's it going, chat? Hope everyone's doing well tonight. It's a hump day. Usually pretty rough. Everybody's done with the week by now. I'm hoping within my working career that we move to a 4-day work week. That would be just swell. Have a third day of rest, recuperation, and chorin'. Just a little bit more time for yourself and your activities. Hey, we have a GIF. Look at us. Gotta say, I'm liking the red and black color scheme that we got going. That's pretty slick. Ooh, more importantly, if we get $500 for completing this, that means he should be able to afford a better power washer for the next one. Just saying. Delicious.
And I'm back. So have you gotten your video yet?
Yep. Already watched it.
Sweet. Okay.
More importantly, we get $500 for completing that.
We do. I'm at 925, which means I can buy a new power washer.
Hell
means
yeah.
we can buy a new power washer.
I really hope so. If it's not how that works, that sucks.
I mean, it might be, because I remember we were all stuck with just basic stuff when you had all the good stuff. How about we do
but that was in
this
free play.
just to have a quick thing. That's true. That was free play. Oh, God.
Okay. Oh, yeah, baby. Did you switch to the new one?
I did. Now we're cooking. The Urban X.
Yeah. The dirt never stood a chance.
The power washer was always here.
The power washer was inside of us the entire time.
What are we missing? Front fender. There we go.
That one should be fairly quick to load, I hope.
You can hope.
I mean, yeah, apparently. I guess they don't do anything differently, even though we did it super fast. Due to our extreme skill with which we cleaned that bike. This tea might have been a mistake. It's kind of putting me to sleep. Does not help that the sound glitched and there's just the water noise going in the background, so it's like white noise. I got warm tea.
Do you need a building or do you need another vehicle? So we got the golf cart. We could do it as another vehicle real quick. Or we can hop into like the bungalow or detached house.
Dealer's choice. I'm just here to speed you along your power washing journey.
Maybe $550. I'll take that. We're going to the bungalow.
I was going to say that sounds like a house price, not a vehicle price.
Yeah.
All right. This one we have all the way around. Yep. All right. You all right there?
I'm just debating where's the ladder. Oh, there it is. Can I pick up ladder? Pick up ladder. F.
You can say the curse word if you want.
No. I still want to get monetized at some point.
I mean, you can't.
So
It's been over a minute at this point, dude.
I would say if I say the fuck word, I might not get monetized.
You got it. There's a pile of paperwork that I'm going to have to sign when this stream is done.
Oh, I was going to say, can you use the PowerWash to fix that problem too?
I mean...
PowerWash all your paperwork?
That would not help in any meaningful sense of the word, given that
But spiritually it would help.
I don't think that's true, as it would likely prevent me from obtaining a house. And that feels like something that will help me mentally.
It would just delay you from getting a house, not prevent. You just have to do it all again.
Well, do it again for the first time.
Yes. It's a good title of a podcast.
Beginning to think you don't know what a podcast is.
It's just a platform for us to just, yell at cloud, isn't it?
I was going to ask a question that I think I'm just going to ask when we're not streaming. I'm just going to ask a question later. It's not important. It's fine.
Has anything I've been saying tonight been important?
I think you said happy birthday once.
That's fair. That was important. You're right.
So I'll take that as a bit of importance.
I think I've just been reaching into my ass for everything else I've been saying tonight.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that you weren't reaching for that one.
Because usually it's my goal, if you're not feeling good, to just confuse you to the point of not frustration, but resignment, I guess, where you're just like, I'm just
resignation,
done.
Yeah.
Resignation, there's the word, yeah.
Of just, I don't really know what's happening. I'm here anyway.
That's normally my goal. Obviously, that's not going to happen tonight because you're not in that kind of a mood, but...
No. Now, if I have more of this tea, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. It's true. I could be rooting for the tea at this point.
Is that how it'll be?
Being up here next to this chimney is reminding me that I need to go on my roof at some point and check my chimney.
To figure out what kind it is?
That might be a good thing to know. And then I can leave it like a note up there in case anyone else needs to know what kind of chimney it is. And then go up there and see the little post-it note from me.
Yeah, that sounds helpful.
But no, it's just good to get up there and check like this little topper every now and then. So the topper, there's a better word for it, but there's this little topper on it that, on mine at least, like 3 of the legs were like screwed in, but the 4th one, like they like broke up the concrete or something with that screw, so it doesn't stay in properly.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, so it still hangs on there. Speaking of hanging on there, hello cat.
Oh,
Like in-game cat.
Yeah, that's the mayor's cat that I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Huh.
Yeah, they've
Neat.
he spawns in occasionally.
Yeah, I
And if
can't
you
hit
look
him because
at-
he's all the way over there. But
If you look in the dirt patterns in some of the levels, you can see little paw prints.
yeah, I was noticing that on the playground. I was noticing some dirt patterns, like some paw prints in there.
Yep. That's what it is.
But yeah, yay, home ownership. Every now and then you're just like, oh yeah, I own a house and I'm responsible for this thing. Oh god, and I fell off it.
I really hope that's not something you say with frequency.
Not with frequency, at least.
Now, something I think we figured out after we stopped talking last night. My wife looked at the lot size, and it goes back into the woods a fair amount.
Oh, okay, nice.
So whenever you had said how you were like, oh, I think it would cost this much for a fence, she's like, if we did the entire back, like to the back property line, it would actually be like $10,000. Now I'm sure some of that is, again, like you said, the price of lumber going through the roof. But like, that seems really high. And then she showed me the lot. I'm like, oh yeah, no, okay, that's
Yeah, so it might be bigger than we were thinking.
longer
That
than
makes
I
sense.
thought. 'Cause it's like a couple 100 feet back, I think. I don't remember offhand, but yeah, it goes back pretty far.
You remember your acreage?
It's not huge. It's like maybe a third of an acre.
Huh.
Okay, across 75 feet and back like 150, she says, is the lot size. But yeah, a third of an acre thereabouts, so. And it backs up to just more woods, really, which is nice. Eventually you hit some like some of those big power transmission lines. You go back, but that's pretty far away.
Yeah, no
Roughly,
kites back there.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna hit trees before you're gonna hit power lines. Good well in before that.
Then you gotta ask yourself interesting questions like, do I want to do solar panels? And is the state gonna give you money back on your taxes for doing solar panels? And all that kind of stuff. Like you get to start asking yourself adult questions.
I'm not opposed to doing solar panels. I think it would be difficult, again, depending on the trees. I don't know how worth it would be. I need to remember which face of the house is south. Is so it would be the like left side of the house. Yeah, with all the trees. Yeah, that might not work so well.
Yeah, you'd have to look and just see how the sun hits it and what kind of where it's sitting, kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. We'll take a look at it. Don't you fret none.
Yeah, there can be good tax incentives and ultimate savings with some of that.
All right, front of the house is done. Yeah, there are a few things I wouldn't mind doing. I'd say fence is probably the biggest one. And then I kind of want to do. There's a wooden deck, but I wouldn't mind doing like a little stone patio to put like a grill and my smoker on.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I can tear up a little patch of grass and put rocks down as well as anybody else. That one I don't.
Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Too difficult about. Make it a little pretty or something. I don't know. Oh boy. So I said, I don't suppose you have any of those longer extensions, do you?
Nope.
All right.
I mean, it's possible I could buy one real quick.
There might be some wisdom to that.
Let's see
Oh
here.
no, it's not so bad. I think I can get everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Does it matter which thing I'm buying it for, or does all extensions work for everything?
No, so unless they changed it.
The Urban X, that's right. We're using the Urban X. I don't have. Actually, I need $9 more, and I can buy the long extension for the Urban X. It's $250, and I'm at $241.
Yeah, I think we're fine. We'll need it for like the next house probably. But
yeah.
And I mean realistically I could just go get the ladder. I'm just being lazy.
So on a short-term type of thing, one option for a fence could be just using chicken wire.
You think chicken wire is going to keep my dog anywhere?
So that was going to be the follow-up question: is how do you think she is? Like, do you think she's going to challenge it and like run through it, or?
She's kind of an idiot. Like, she might not, but that's not one that I feel great about chancing. Like
that's fair, because even my neighbor, I don't know if you've seen, like, he just has chicken wire fence, and he's got like,
yeah, he
had like two big pitties. Like, yeah, those things are just pure muscle, and like,
oh no, those could get out if they wanted to. Fine. Sure. No,
exactly, but they also choose not to. Yeah.
Like I could I don't think she would normally, but I also could see where like the goal is to let her out by herself, like to go to the bathroom if she needs to at night or something, and we don't want to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
If she sees a squirrel or something, I can easily see her just wanting to chase the thing. So we've been making do without a fence. I think that we can continue to be fine for now, at least.
Hey, you have an extension now. In case you wanted to use it.
Okay, you went with the long. Interesting choice.
What's wrong with the long?
Nothing's wrong with it. Was the extra long not unlocked?
Oh, I don't know that I saw an extra long.
Okay, so that was one that got added later, so it kind of unlocks later in the story.
Yeah.
But it was just because that's when the missions came out where you needed it. So I wasn't sure if that was one where you could see it from the beginning, if you haven't, already done all the
yeah, and the answer is no.
Huh, okay, interesting. Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that makes some amount of sense. That means you probably couldn't see the professional grade power washer yet either.
Maybe. Maybe not. I had like 3 or 4 choices.
Okay. Yeah. There were originally 3, and then they added the professional one. So it went up to 4.
There we go. Oh my gosh. Been working on that roof for a while. Finally found the little bit that needed done. Okay.
After all your complaining about they were giving you too many gimmies.
Yeah. Well, it was more of the inconsistency with the gimmies. I'm fine if I understand the system.
Oh, I know. I'm just happy to be here, man. So let's see, when's your birthday? When are we playing Forewarned again?
Dude, my birthday?
Yeah.
We're looking June. Why is my birthday forewarned?
Oh, because it was just a joke of like, oh, I don't like to play that game as much.
Oh.
I know you like to play that, so. So when you get to pick the game. Now we'll play Forewarned before then.
As I said, actually, I just saw they added something where you can actually see your health now.
No kidding. That would be great.
Yeah. I think they worded it something like, they added a feature that lets you decide whether you want to go back into the tomb or not. And it shows like a watch that has like health bar on it. I'm like, they added a health bar.
That's extremely helpful.
That is going to be very helpful.
Well, even where it's like, I have no idea if I'm gonna die from this trap or not. Like, I don't really know. You never know. Like, I don't know how many hits you get, or if it depends on the trap. Like,
I think it's a number of total hits, I think. But we'll be able to find out now, because now we've actually got...
Yeah, but like, I don't know if like this, if the snake does different damage than, you know, getting brained by one of the spike traps.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know either. Yeah.
I kind of assume that, but that's also because I kind of assume that's how that works in real life. One of those is way more survivable.
I assumed everything just hit the same amount, so it was just total number of hits, doesn't matter what hits you. Was always my assumption.
Yeah, Crass, Forewarned is the mummy one. Starring Brendan Fraser.
Definitely not the Tom Cruise one.
We don't even talk about that. Yeah, I know you said you like that one a lot, Crass. Yeah, that's part of why I figure we will in fact play that again before too long. I am quite happy to be playing this, though. Zoombini's first, though. I will see how my computer reacts to Zoombinis.
You don't think your computer can run Zoombinis?
I'm a little bit afraid of like running something in compatibility mode and like OBS having a hissy fit about it. Like I would just do
display at that point instead of like doing capturing game. Just capture display, then you should be fine.
That could be. Like I said, I need to mess with stuff. And the other big thing being, I need to be like awake to play that game. What are we missing? Porch post.
Yeah. The pop-up didn't come up with what we're missing. I know I can kind of go look it up. Okay, so bricks, gutter, and posts. There's that.
Post.
Which gutter? This gutter? Is this gutter? That's a post. So it's this post. Back end? Yeah, right there. Now gutter. Which gutter? Well, let's go up and find out.
I think I know what gutter. Yeah, it's this one back here. I can't get to it from down here. And then what else was there?
Just this gutter, and that's it.
Okay.
There we go.
But Crassula, the other reason I'm slightly apprehensive about streaming Zoombinis is because given that it is a logic adventure, I need to be awake and like brain functional enough that I'm not going to embarrass myself, like not being able to solve these logic puzzles for literal children. That you know, gotta pick a good day for that. Puppy. What's this? What's this? Oh, what's this puppy? Say hi to stream. You say hi to stream? No. No, we don't say hi. The dog does not say hi to chat.
Makes sense.
Can't speak. And doesn't really have any interest in looking at you even. Play it drunk so you have a preloaded excuse. You know, you're a forward thinker. That's what I appreciate about you.
That's usually my excuse.
Oh, well, I guess you do. You are drinking now. I mean, we both know you're not drunk, but the chat doesn't. Chat doesn't.
They don't. I guess
know.
that's my excuse.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't have to tell them my excuse. You don't have to tell them the details. It's my excuse.
I don't have to, but it's more fun if I do. It's not my excuse. For those of you just joining chat, welcome. We're having a fun birthday night stream for myself. I hope you brought cake, because I brought cake, but not enough to share with the class. I assume
Like a
anyone
jerk.
power washing virtually or in real life is probably drunk. Again, I wouldn't mind having a drink. I just am on a course of antibiotics as I recover from some sickness, and so can't, but it's fine. Eventually the antibiotics will stop and I will have a celebration. In the meantime, I have cake.
You just let me know whenever you've seen the GIF, and then I'll pick something.
Oh, don't worry, it's almost loaded. And it just loaded. All right. So as we can see, we did a wonderful job on this bungalow. If you look real closely, you can see the cat there on the right side of the GIF. I'll play it again. Extravagant, I know. You can't see the cursor, but it's over there on the right.
I'm pretty sure the cat's the final boss.
I can't point to the screen because, you know, you can't see where I'm pointing. But all right, we've watched it twice. I think you're clear for takeoff. Go, Capitan.
Let's get it. You're not getting.
Yeah, I just took a bite of cake.
Man.
Jesus. I need more
Speed
warning
run.
than none at all.
I gave you warning. I said, let's get it.
Yeah, I took the bite right before you said that. That's not how warning works.
It's not?
No.
Should I buy, like, I guess some of this, like, rust or the metal soap and all that jazz? We're getting close to needing that.
I don't use it.
What are we missing? It's not saying what we're missing.
Windshield.
Oh, there you go. Rear canopy support. Chassis. It's just the chassis at this point. What part of the chassis are we missing? Hey,
Body.
there we go. Nice.
And that's how you speedrun it, chat.
Oh yeah, they'll get to watch you speedrun.
I was going to say, this is how we speedrun the loading. Loading the damn GIF is going to take as long as it took to power wash the cart. This is wonderful tea. PSA, never operate a gas-powered power washer in a garage. Correct. That shit will kill you.
Unless you speed run it like we did there, then it doesn't have enough time to build up fumes.
Actually,
that's how that works, right?
Not really a fun fact, but my company requires every meeting to start with a safety tip. And so today for my meeting, I was talking about working in a confined space, and in a very similar vein of don't use a gas power washer in a garage, a lot of times confined spaces can build up gases that will either kill you or make you sick to be exposed to them. So you need to have a spotter, according to OSHA, to be safely working in a confined space, especially if there's potential for gas buildup. So that's the safety PSA of the stream. That was the golf cart that we cleaned in about the same time as it took to load that GIF. But yeah, everybody stay safe in, if you're in a confined space, make sure you have a spotter from outside of that space. Now, I'm going to take a bite of cake, but other than that, I am ready for another nap.
Okay. I'm just noticing something weird about my stream. I don't know that my communications audio is coming through. So I think I've just been talking to myself. Which is always great.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, my comms are lighting up when you talk.
Which is good. I think... So, what's funny is that sound is coming through my communications audio.
Well, now.
So I have some wires crossed, probably from, again, me restarting my computer and Windows, deciding to change all the defaults. But you know what? We've gone this long without hearing you and mine, so we'll just keep going. And I can figure all that out later.
Well, all right then.
That's hilarious.
I can't even tell people watching you to come watch me instead so they can hear both of us. That's crazy. Oh, we're doing the house. All right. Well, good thing we got.
Well, I didn't even notice whether that was happening last night. It could have been happening last night too, for all I know.
I have no idea. I feel like a Zero was in your chat. He would have probably said something.
Maybe, and he was in my chat tonight and he didn't say anything.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
You never know.
It was working before.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not seeing any signals coming through, so I am confident you're not coming through.
All right, well.
That just means I need to fix my audio settings eventually.
That means, chat, is that we get to shit talk them, and only we get to know about it.
Yeah, pretty much. And anyone who watches this one is just like, why is this guy talking to himself? It feels like he's talking to someone.
Why did he start talking about lasagna with eggs in it? That's crazy.
It's like I feel like he just went on a rant about Nintendo Direct, but he only said some of the things.
Yeah, like some of the things happened. He's like, yeah. God,
that game. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be like Sunshine or Spotless Mind or whatever that movie is. Like just dude sitting there talking to himself.
Yeah,
kind of an interesting, surreal. That feels like David Lynch streaming. Like I feel like that's how that would go. Like if David Lynch decided to get into Twitch.
This one may not make the YouTubes.
I mean, for one of us.
For one of us, at least.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, but I don't think I got anywhere near that. Is that not a... What is that movie about? I kind of just said the name of a movie that I thought was about a schizophrenic person, but I am now realizing that I've never seen that movie, and that may just be a complete figment of my imagination. So, you know, which is questionable. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Okay, I got pretty close for someone who's never seen it. I feel like, you know, I did okay.
You sound like someone who's never seen it.
I mean, I have admitted this, just, yeah, that's a yes. That's weird. That's a weird premise. I mean, if I were dating Jim Carrey, I would also probably want to erase my memory. Goblin, if you haven't seen the movie, it's a movie where Jim Carrey and his girlfriend have a procedure done to erase their memory. That is all the context I have. It's one of his best serious roles. Huh. Interesting. Out of curiosity, is my dog coming through on the audio?
Only bits and pieces, but not really noticeable.
Okay. That's what we strive for. Just enough to keep you guessing.
Yeah, if you're like listening and trying to pay attention to it, you might catch it, but
okay.
If you're not and you're zoning out like I am, then no, you don't really catch it.
I was wondering why you didn't bite on any of the conversation about a Jim Carrey movie.
I was debating making comments about Vince Vaughn and like 50 First Dates and it being kind of like a similar premise, but not quite.
Is that the one where he's dating what's-her-face and she can't remember shit?
It's Drew Barrymore, yeah, and she just every day forgets everything, so he has to remind her every day.
Isn't that like
dating and losing her, and you know she's losing her memory, so she's similar premise in that regard, and that they don't remember and they're dating and blah blah blah, but
isn't that
still distinctly different?
Also, yeah, Crasula asks, wasn't that Adam Sandler? That
was Adam Sandler.
That was Adam Sandler.
You're right. You're right. That was
you
Adam.
You said it with such confidence.
Was it Adam Sandler? Was it?
For some reason, I want to think that's Vince Vaughn. I mean,
I could see either one of them doing it. That's why I'm confused now.
Yeah, like I know that Adam Sandler did Wedding Singer with Drew Barrymore.
With Vince Vaughn.
Vincent.
Well, honestly, Wedding Crashers, which is Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers. Wedding Singer. I was right.
Yeah, you were right with Wedding Singer. You said Wedding Singer, and I thought Wedding Crashers. And I was like, well, no, that's Vince Vaughn. But
you piece of shit.
These two seem to have a very similar career, is what I'm hearing and thinking and understanding now.
Adam Sandler was the best part of Fred Claus. What the fuck is Fred Claus?
That is one with Vince Vaughn and Adam Sandler. I think actually
that has both of them.
I think that one has both of them.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, what the fuck am I thinking of? Because I thought Vince Vaughn was in that movie.
Vince Vaughn was. I don't remember Adam Sandler unless he's just making a joke.
I also don't remember. I think Crass might be fucking with us.
He might be. I'd believe it. Again,
any Adam Sandler or Vince Vaughn appreciators in the chat besides Crassul, if you can tell me which one of them was in fucking Fred Claus, that'd be just dandy. Because I feel like I'm
Vince Vaughn's best part of Waterboy, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm having some sort of early 90s or like 90s, early 2000s era comedy stroke. that I don't know that I ever thought I'd say those words out loud, but here we are. So thanks for that, Crass. I definitely was looking forward to that tonight. You back here? What are you doing? Adam Sandler also had a good minor role in Into the Wild. No, fuck you. That was Vince Vaughn. I know that was Vince Vaughn. That's the only one of these that I have been confident about, which says something about me, certainly. But that movie also starred Speed Racer. So.
You mean Astro Boy?
Did he play Astro Boy too?
I don't know. I was going to start confusing Astro Boy with Speed Racer now.
Oh, okay. No. What's his name? Emil Hirsch, I think. He did like a Dell ad, I think, at one point, like Dell computer.
Not a Dell singer?
No, not a Dell singer. I don't know that musicians really do ads for themselves. I mean,
basketball players do. Why not musicians?
So you've moved into the fucking with me part of the evening, huh?
Yes and no. I mean, I was referencing the Kobe Bryant commercial, like the "I'm not a role model" thing.
I have no.
You don't know what that is? Like,
I have no memory of that. I'm sure
he put out a commercial because I think he's just getting pissed that people were like getting mad at him because he's a role model to kids. So he put out some commercial about him not being a role model. And it's like, okay, you literally just paid money to put out a commercial saying you're not a role model. Cool, great, good job. Yeah, that was like 2000s, 2010s, somewhere in there.
Was it 2010s? I thought that he had like tried to do the turn to good guy at that point.
It was like late 2000s or early 2010s, I think, when he did that.
Well, didn't he like have domestic assault or something? Accusations? I have no idea. I don't remember.
Possibly.
I don't watch basketball. I know who Kobe Bryant is. That's all you're getting out of me. I know he played for the Lakers, and I think was the reason that Shaq left the team.
Maybe. I thought they were good friends, but that also could be for show. Like, I don't know.
No, I thought they didn't get along. Maybe they got along after Shaq left. But
I could see that too.
So, where are you moving that ladder?
To the front. I fell off.
Fair enough. Crass, are you saying that you wanted to be Emil Hirsch or Kobe Bryant? Actually, didn't Emil Hirsch also get accused of beating a woman at some point, I thought? Vince Vaughn. Okay, all right.
Vince Vaughn was beating a woman. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think I want to say Vince Vaughn has not had any scandals. Maybe drugs. I don't know.
Boy, my chat's going to be really awkward if all they're hearing is me just randomly say, Vince Vaughn beat a woman?
Oh, God.
Zero context.
Can you clip that, please? Like, even if there's no me audio, especially if there's no me audio, can you clip that? I want that to be, like, in the channel.
I'm just wondering if maybe you're coming in at something else that's further down. I don't think so, though. Oh, you are. You're actually coming in through the desktop audio. Okay, so I actually do have audio.
What the hell?
It's just wires are crossed for some reason, so I have to uncross them.
Vince Vaughn said he wasn't a role model. 2022, the year of Vince Vaughn slander. All right. I mean, I guess we can just go to war with Vince Vaughn, of all people.
These are the lines we're drawing in the sand here? These are the battles we're having?
That'll probably drive up Twitch viewership. Why not?
I was about to say, if there is if we want publicity, we'll go for the negative.
We'll have to use the official Twitter account to tweet at Vince Vaughn. Hey, we got beef, man. He's had it too good for too
you
long.
womanizer.
Oh my god. Oh no, I liked him in Into the Wild. Well, he's been in like a bunch of Christmas movies besides Fred Claus, I feel like. Or, counterpoint, I'm just thinking of Fred Claus.
Ah, he was in the Santa Claus.
Was he? Was he?
Yeah,
You
with
don't-
his classic catchphrase, he's just like, ooh?
Okay, no, I know it's Tim Allen. That's not like I thought maybe he had a side role. I know it was Tim
I don't
Allen
think
chat.
so.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Look,
Yeah, we're
I'm
at that
not
point of the night, it seems like.
I'm not the one who couldn't keep freaking Adam Sandler and Vince Vaughn straight. That was Goblin.
And you.
No, well, no, in one movie that I didn't know him in, but like, no, I know they're different people. You're the one that. What movie?
Are you sure about that? Have you ever seen them in the same movie, in the same scene, at the same time? I think not.
Yeah, they were both.
You don't
in
know
Fred
they're not
Claus.
the same person. And in Jim Carrey's most serious role, 51st Dates.
God, is that how this started? It was.
That is how this started.
Christ alive! What? This is the most anybody's talked about that movie in like 15 years, right?
51st Dates, probably.
Yeah. Like, Jesus, I haven't thought about that movie outside of it maybe appearing on like, you know, the TV menu while like going through channels at my parents' house trying to figure out what to watch over Christmas. 51st Dates wasn't Jim Carrey. No, we know that. 50 Please, God, let this end. I hope if this is anybody's first time tuning into this stream that you are enjoying it, watching me just mentally break down as we increasingly do not know who any comedian from like the late 90s, early 2000s is, was, or ever will be.
Now I'm going to make like a 20-minute highlight reel of just this conversation, this part of it.
Highlight is a term to bandy about.
It's the technical term for Twitch, making highlights. So
No,
technically,
I think it's clip. You
can make highlights as well.
Oh, Christ alive! Can you make 10-minute highlights?
Yeah, you can literally click any
Oh,
amount
jeez.
of your stream and make it a quote unquote highlight that pops up. Like whenever someone's looking at that video, they can look at the specific highlights that you pull out. The only reason I know that is because I did that for when we were playing Gears, and I was like, "Oh, I know you shot me." I made a quote unquote highlight
Okay.
that's technically on my
Yeah, we should
my
just
Twitch
make
that
this
has
conversation be the channel trailer. It's like if this is not if this is not the content that you like interspersed with like 5 minutes of talking about soup, like in the middle, just randomly edited in liberally.
and probably raging at the way that I use this pressure washer and the way that I'm cleaning. Probably raging at like, oh my god, this is not comfortable to watch. He's not doing this in any reasonable way.
Oh, I'm not looking at you. That would probably
Exactly.
just make me angry.
Probably. That's what I'm saying. We'll have that followed by this, my footage of just me poorly doing the pressure washer and people going, oh my god, why is he not going back? Go back over that. No. And then I'm just like leaving things. Because I'm kind of zoned out, focusing on this conversation and not paying attention to what I'm actually doing here.
God, this is you focused on this conversation?
This is me focused on the bit, I guess, would be the the technical term.
God.
God, it's definitely not focused on any actual information.
I was gonna say.
Then how can I make this wrong?
If this is you focused on providing information, I never want to listen to anything you have to say.
Oh yeah, you gotta love my meetings at work. People love them.
Oh God.
They're just like, what the hell is he talking about?
Crassula would like to know what your favorite Jim Carrey movie is.
Jingle All the Way.
And why? I was gonna say, and why is it 50 First Dates? Oh,
Jingle All the Way, because I love Turbo Man.
Turbo Man. Oh God. The fun game for me is trying to figure out who was actually in the movies as they come up.
So do you know that one? Do you know who's actually in Jingle All the Way? There's two.
Is Jingle All the Way the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
That's one of them. Yes.
Okay.
There's somebody else in it too. You might not get that one.
No, was it Christmas with the Cranks that Danny DeVito was in? Or was he in this? Was he in Jingle All the Way?
He was not in Jingle All the Way.
Okay. What the fuck is he talking about? There's okay, so you're not getting it. Jingle All the Way is not a Jim Carrey movie, Grass. I don't know. I hate to be the one to break this to you, but
I lied to you. I know.
There's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie called Jingle All the Way, and supposedly there's another famous. I'm gonna go ahead and say comedian.
Yes.
In it. Okay, Crass is also catching the stupid. So it is transmitting. Oh, God.
So I can tell you who it is, or you can keep thinking. Up to you.
I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to keep thinking, or you're not going to listen
to me
thinking?
Okay,
Sinbad is the other one.
I was never...
That's why I
years
prefaced it by saying I don't know that you'll get that one.
I don't think that there was a snowball's chance in hell that I was going to name Sinbad of all people.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
What in
doing
the hell?
a Christmas holiday movie together.
Yeah, all right, man. Whatever. Sure.
At one point, actually, not at one point, Sinbad's actually a terrorist throughout that movie. A literal terrorist with bombs.
When was this movie made?
It was either late 90s or early 2000s.
Well, that's the answer to that question is important because one of those is
pre 9/11, I believe. Okay. Yes, I believe pre 9/11.
Okay.
Because otherwise, yeah, the things he did in it would not have flown.
Quite literally. Yeah. Who was in Christmas with the Cranks?
That was Eddie Murphy, right?
Oh my God, this is so stupid. Oh God, I don't know, man.
Oh no, that's Flubber I'm thinking of. Sorry.
I gotta go look it up. Christmas with the Cranks is a 2004 film. Holy shit, huh? Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. Their neighbors are Dan Aykroyd and M. Emmett Walsh.
Well, you did say Danny, so you're close.
I didn't say Danny. What?
You said Danny DeVito.
Oh. There is a Christmas movie with Danny DeVito. I do not, for the life of me, remember.
Yeah, isn't that Batman Forever?
Technically correct, but not the one I was thinking of.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
I think we can consider that a Christmas movie. I think there's snow.
Christmas.
It might even be around Christmas.
Christmas movie. Okay, first off, Crassula had the same joke as you that you beat him to. Secondly, the movie I was thinking of is Deck the Halls, which was made 2 years after that and is basically the same idea, but Matthew Broderick versus Danny DeVito, which, I'll be honest, That sounds like a good movie. Like, I mean, I don't want to say good movie, but like that sounds at least like an entertaining movie with Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick as like competing Christmas freaks. That, I don't know, that sounds at least somewhat compelling.
Somewhat.
It was not good. I walked back the good comment, okay? I
was calling you out on it too. I'm glad he called you out even harder on it.
I opted for compelling.
Not Matthew Perry, like I thought back in our Trivial Pursuit one. Which I believe our Trivial Pursuit question was like Matthew Perry versus Matthew Broderick, I think.
I have I have some recollection of that. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, we have a YouTube channel, Goblin King Gaming, on YouTube. No, Matthew Broderick is not the lead singer of Jane's Addiction, which is a question to have to field. But no, we have a YouTube channel. We have a few Let's Plays up there. We did a few parts of Trivial Pursuit, and I believe Mario Party Superstars or whatever
you got it that time.
The new Mario Party is. So go, give that check that out. I believe we have the link to that in the channel description or socials or whatever they call that specific part of the channel.
Or you can just YouTube and search for Goblin King Gaming.
Or that.
But you had to put a 1 in front of the
yes,
for the I for King.
Yes.
Or else you'll get a different channel that's Goblin King Gaming.
Oh, do you really?
Or you get at least got Goblin King.
Okay.
And then there is a Goblin King Gaming that's like spelled differently as well. Like, I don't know, there's a bunch of different things like that. It's a very unique name.
So anyway, yeah, just click on the link in the channel description, like I was saying, and that minimizes your chances of being taken to an imposter king.
Yes.
We will win the inevitable goblin war that will occur, largely on the strength of our supporters.
And the fact that we have a 1 for the I in King. That makes us unique and different.
It means that we're number 1.
Yes. We get the hat.
No, I'm not reading that message out loud. Anybody in chat can read that. I will, I'm not worried about monetization so much as my immortal soul.
It's that good of a comment.
Alright. Almost done with this porch. Not really, it's not even most of the way done. Oh, hey. Cool, that doesn't pop up on stream. I just got wished a happy birthday by Vextifer.
Oh, nice. It didn't pop up on stream, though?
No, because it's Steam overlay and I'm capturing the game window. Yeah, right? It's nifty. I'm sure that it causes problems for Streamlabs in some way.
We should invite him to play PowerWash Simulator.
I don't know if he owns it. And also,
I don't know
we
if
need
he
to
wants
invite
to
him
own
to
it.
the server in Discord. Or we'd have to move, which, I mean, also could happen, but is work. It's probably less work than inviting him to this one, all things considered.
Technically.
Doesn't he own a power washer at this point? Didn't that happen?
He's definitely at least used one. I can't remember if he rented it or if he owns it.
He seems like somebody who would be excited to own a power washer and use it less than once a year. But, Vex, if you're in stream, you're more than welcome to disprove that assumption. But I doubt it. There we go. not to put too fine a point on it, but were you doing any cleaning when we were talking about Vince Vaughn and Adam Sandler?
Man, wow, shots fired.
A little bit, yeah. Like, I'm noticing that we're only at 69 nice percent done. And I feel like...
Yeah, I've been cleaning like the whole top of this stinking place.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I've been cleaning.
Okay.
There's a bit of a roof on this thing.
Just checking. Just checking.
I didn't say I was doing it well, but I'm doing it.
Well, that's all I can really ask, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to notice.
Well, first I thought you were just power washing the side. Like, I saw you down there. I was like, oh, yeah, I can see him down there.
Oh.
And I thought you were power washing the roof, like, underneath. And then I realized,
No,
you're hitting me. Okay.
I'm just being a shit.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I'm up here doing work, paying attention to my work.
I've cleaned the left side of the house, the front side of the house, most of the back of the house. Favorite 2000s actor?
Like started in the 2000s?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna.
Or did a bulk of their work in the 2000s?
Yeah.
Like, because Adam Sandler still technically works for that, but
that works. I was gonna go with maybe like a Tobey Maguire in like Spider-Man 3. Specifically Spider-Man.
I was gonna say specifically. Wow. Wow.
Oh, thought he got good direction on that. Only that one, yes. The other two I thought he was garbage in. No, actually Willem Dafoe. I don't know if he counts as specifically 2000s, but I think Boondock Saints was 2000s. He was also
a good one.
He was also the Green Goblin in Spider-Man 1, arguably the best, or one or two?
Yeah, definitely one.
Okay. Yeah, he was arguably the best part of that movie. Not that the guy who played Dr. Octopus was not also great. It's just that there's only one Willem Dafoe. I feel like Willem Dafoe is definitely up there. He was also the old fish in Finding Nemo, the angsty fish that I don't remember the name of, with like the gimpy fin.
Shark fin or something, or
no, Sharkbait was the name that they gave
Sharkbait.
Nemo.
That's right. That's what they called Nemo.
The zebra fish. The zebra fish that I don't remember the name of. Anybody in chat who remembers the name of the individual fish from Finding Nemo, feel free to drop it in the chat, because I'm not going to come up with it at this point. But yeah, Willem Dafoe, I feel like, is a pretty strong contender for 2000s actor for me. I mean,
Elijah Wood has got to make sense for that too.
Oh, that's a good point. Elijah Wood, he's done good work recently as well.
Yeah, but I mean, early 2000s was his jam.
Well, that was his jam, sure. But because he was in Over the Garden Wall. That was 2012, I think, though.
Obviously not the body of work I'm thinking of.
No. What was the Dirk Gently detective agency that he was in, I think? I think he was in that. He was enjoyable. That was also fairly recent, though. But yeah, no, he was a powerful guy. Viggo Mortensen, also
a
good choice. Very similar.
Because what was the desert one he did with the horse? Shoot.
Not Lawrence Arabia. Hidalgo. There we go.
Hidalgo, yeah.
My dad fucking loves Hidalgo. I've seen so much of Hidalgo, but in pieces. Like
Maybe that's what you got to do this weekend is just watch Hidalgo all the way through.
I don't know that I've ever seen it all the way through in one sitting, but that's like a movie that my dad will just put on. It's like that or Gladiator are the go-tos.
And it's another good one.
Russell Crowe, did he get enough play in the 2000s to be in that on that list?
I mean, Gladiator.
Yeah, but that's kind of it. Like, I don't know. I literally do not remember anything else Russell Crowe was in.
And you got all the Harry Potter kids.
Yeah, that's been... that's fair. That's fair.
Russell Crowe was pretty good in Harry Potter, though.
I feel... Oh, Beautiful Mind. Yeah, he was in that. I feel like if Mark Wahlberg was less of a piece of shit, or is it just his family that's a piece of shit? I don't remember. If he
I think
were
it's
less,
both, actually.
It might be both. If he were less of a piece of shit, he'd be in the running for this. Because he was in, like, that bad Planet of the Apes remake. I think that was him. And then fucking Invincible with Vince Papale. That was I know that's not like a great movie, but I really liked it because it had one of my favorite Jim Croce songs as the opening song for that. So that got a lot of points in my book for just that. For Crass, it's probably Shia LaBeouf, specifically in Holes. You know, you make great points. That and like, what did Transformers start in the 2000s and not 2010s?
It was 2000s.
Okay, yeah.
It probably would have been like mid 2000s, I think.
I would believe that.
So yeah, Shia LaBeouf would technically fit into that as well. Oh God, I thought you did the front of this house.
I was thinking of the last house.
I'm like, you really did the front? I'm like, oh my God.
I was thinking of the last house.
I'm like, I think that's literally the last 13% is this front of this house.
Oh my God. Oh, it is. I definitely did the sides and back.
There's a chance I'm missing like some gutters or something like that, but I'll wait till we've gotten to that point of the fine details and we'll get them.
Oh man. Anybody else in chat have a favorite 2000s actor? I think I'm gonna stick with Willem Dafoe. I think the man's too strong. The man is like just the right flavor of batshit insane.
I mean, I gotta go Ian McClellan. Gotta actually
for his role in Deck the Halls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is an instant classic. Like I'm surprised that's not like airing constantly on Turner Classic Movies.
I mean, it's mainly that one and Meet the Fockers were the two really good ones.
Oh God, who's been killing it lately? John Malkovich. Has he? I'll be honest, I don't know that I could tell you a single movie that he's been in other than being John Malkovich. And even then, I'm taking some liberties with that.
I have to unfortunately agree with you on this one.
Bird Box and Space Force. Okay.
Bird Box was really good. It's a good point.
I've still not seen Bird Box, but it is on my list. It's one of those where I wanted to watch it like after the hype died down a bit, so I could be like just watch it in peace, without folks just like freaking out. Also, I guess Bird Box is only like, what, 3 or 4 years old? So that's recent enough
Yeah, it's not that old.
to
Yeah.
count. Would Steve Carell count as a 2000s actor? Because I guess he was pretty strong.
Yeah, actually, if you consider shows and movies, I mean, he had a pretty good catalog going there. When did the first Anchorman come out? Was that in 2000s or was that 2010s?
Oh, yeah,
It
that
might have
was
been 2000s.
2000s. That was
Yeah, that would have been 2000. And like 40-Year-Old Virgin and all, like, he had a lot going on right then. Let alone The Office. And so yeah, he was definitely killing it.
There was that kid who played McLovin in Superbad.
Oh my god, yeah.
He exists.
You mean not the kid that just drew all the penises?
I'll be honest, that could just be McLovin, and I couldn't tell you.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
There's two boys, and one of them is McLovin.
Okay.
The other one had a weird
Jonah
fascination
Hill?
with drawing penises all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
Jonah Hill. Yeah.
You're right.
I couldn't remember his name, but yeah, you got him.
He was in Kick-Ass. Nick Cage. Nick Cage is another early 2000s. I mean, Nick Cage is
He's
timeless.
all the time. Like, yeah, he's
Nick
timeless.
Cage is timeless. But I still stand by The Rock as one of, if not the best Nick Cage movie. Because it's just batshit insanity. That's just enjoyable. Kick-Ass is also insane.
There's a big one we're missing. Keanu Reeves. Jeez.
Early.
That would have been
considered 2000.
That would have been early. That would have been Matrix.
Matrix was 90s.
Was that late 90s? I thought that was early 2000s.
I really thought it was.
We might need someone to double check that.
I thought it was like 99.
I thought it was just turn of the century, so that's why I thought it was 2000, 2001 or something.
1999 film, The Matrix.
Ooh.
So I mean, you get them with the sequels.
I guess, but they're not. That's not what matters. So okay.
Also, Crashula points out Nick Cage in National Treasure.
Yeah.
He called it National Secret at first, which I was definitely not going to just let that.
Which sounds like a Nick Cage answer to it.
It does. What is it, like Raising Arizona's the other, like that one? I don't think that's 2000s, but that's another good Nick Cage film.
I still need to watch the one that came out like in the past like 4 or 5 years where he like doesn't talk at all and they're
Face
it's
Off
like,
2?
No, it's like Freddy. It's like Freddy Fazbear's, except he doesn't talk at all. Like kids are like stuck in this like place with animatronics attacking them and stuff, and
What
it's ridiculous.
in
Like
Christ are you talking about?
it's like a Five Nights at Freddy's ish type of movie, but he had a contract with them where he got paid by the word, so they gave him nothing to say. So he was in it, but he didn't say anything in it.
What in the hell?
Crashula might be able to fact check me on what movie that is. That's like in the past like 4 or 5 years.
I mean, Crashula put forth Freddy Got Fingered as a guest, so I don't know that he will be.
Oh, that's not it. Nope. No, let me fact check myself here. Hold on.
Yeah, I've been fact checking.
That's
myself.
what, Seth Green, I think.
Seth Green, is that the name of the
Is it
movie?
Seth Green? Is that the guy in Freddy Got Fingered?
Oh,
Is that Seth Green?
I've never seen that movie. Are you kidding me? Is that a movie that anybody's actually seen, or we all just make a joke about? I really don't think that Tom Green made that movie. I'll be honest.
It actually might be Tom Green.
Tom Green,
Willy's Wonderland is what I'm thinking of, and it's a 2001. Is it actually just coming out? I could have swore that was already out.
2001 is 20 years ago, so no.
No. Sorry, 2021 is what I'm saying. So it was just last year. So yeah, February 2021.
Hank Green. That's the guy I'm thinking of that wrote like Fault of Our Stars or whatever the hell. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
who
Tom Green did Freddy Got Fingered. He's a weirdo.
Oh my god, that's
Willy's Wonderland, if I bring it all back, is the one where he doesn't talk at all, and it's a Five Nights at Freddy's type of thing. And it just came out last year.
What do we got?
Okay, what are we
left,
missing?
Super Chief?
Gutter, railing, wooden trims. Okay, so if you're gonna go look for the gutter, I'll look at railings. Got the railing, and it's wood trims. God, wood trim could be anywhere. There's wood trim, but that's clean. So it's around the edge of the house here. Gosh. Yeah, we just need 2 wood trim at this point. Sounds like you found one of them. Is there... Oh, or here. Yeah, you passed it. It's like here somewhere? I saw it right here. Is it underneath? Must be underneath. Hey,
It's
there we
that
go.
little bit. Hank Green, yeah. Getting Hank and Tom Green confused is indicative of where my evening is, and where my mental well-being is. Woof. Summarily woof. Now I'm gonna stick with. I think I'm gonna stick with Willem Dafoe for favorite 2000s actor. Honorable mentions go out to Viggo Mortensen. Feel like no, that's stupid. The thing I just said. Never mind. Thought. I'm not gonna bother speaking it into existence.
Good call. Good call.
My benefit more than anybody else's.
But I gotta go with Ian McClellan for Gandalf and Magneto. That's hard to beat.
Oh my God! You actually named the roles.
I'm giving you a serious answer this time, since you're giving a serious answer.
Oh man. Also, there is a lot of turmeric at the bottom of this tea, and it is punching.
Punchy or pungent?
I said punching, but pungent also works as a response. No, he said Ian McClellan. It may have cut off a little bit, but he did in fact say that correctly. I hate giving him credit as much as anybody else, but...
At least give me credit when I actually try. Once your GIF finally comes through, you can remember that like the first quarter of that was when we were all losing our minds.
Crasshill says, loved him in Fred Claus. God, Fred Claus truly was the We Are the World of Hollywood.
It really was. There were so many people in it. I think Megan Fox got her debut there, too.
I think they put Stan Lee in as a cameo, like...
Mm-hmm.
I will play the GIF again in case chat missed it. Look at me cleaning the entire front of the house. The entire front of the house is clean. Stanley who? Is that a serious question?
Stanley Parable?
If you want to do, I think, well, it's getting late. If you have a vehicle that we can do quickly.
I unfortunately don't. I only have the shoe house or the skate park.
Jesus, those are both large. You want to do a speed run of the bike in free play?
Yeah, we can go back and hit something again. I was just wondering if it would let me redo one of the ones we did. I guess a completed one. Yeah, maybe it'll let me redo
Yeah, you can go into free play mode.
Okay. Oh no, it just shows the GIF of it. Okay, I can't. It's okay. Yeah, you're right. I gotta go all the way back to free play vehicles. Das Bike.
Game session was closed by host.
Yep. You might be able to join me. Here we go. Confirm. Here, we'll make it easy on you.
Oh, we get the professional grade 1 back, baby.
Oh, you got yours.
Oh, I missed you. Oh, shit.
Wait, did it give me? Oh, it just auto put me on this weak one for some reason. That's weird.
Oh, God, yeah. Look at it. Look at him go. Oh, the power. God, it'll take you 60 hours before you feel power like this in your hand.
Front fender. Front fender. Where are you at? What? There it is. Okay.
God bless America. That feels so much better. I had forgotten what it was like pressure washing with an actual piece of equipment instead of spitting into a tube. My
The spit
God.
shine that I put on it. I put the personal touch on it, you know?
Jesus. You get your DNA all over the thing. All right, well, I will load up this GIF, and then I think we will call it a night. We've had a pretty good delirious run. I'm in front of the camera for the GIF. Oh, that's great.
Exactly what you wanted on your birthday.
All right. Well, let me swap over here.
I'm gonna do my swap too.
All right. I can still hear the game audio. I think you guys can too, which is kind of unfortunate. But at any rate, thank you for joining me tonight. I had a lot of fun playing PowerWash Simulator on my birthday.
And his name is
And
John
my name is
C.
John C. Yeah, need to update this scene collection to have the one that doesn't have the sound alerts. Which I will probably remember to do when I have, like, a weekend free. Which will eventually happen. But at any rate, thank you for joining us for whatever the fuck this was. You know, we learned a lot about Vince Vaughn and Adam Sandler. And Soup. There was, in fact, Soup Chat tonight. So I'm looking forward to next week's Soup Chat. I have a soup already lined up. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think it's going to be pretty good. I will be taking tomorrow off for date night, but I should be back probably by myself for Fall Friday. This is when Goblin is gone this weekend. Every other weekend he goes away.
Nani?
So join us if you can for that. Otherwise, like I said, thank you for joining. I'm Kingfisher Kenobi for Goblin King Gaming. Take care and have a good night.